Hey everyone, how's it going today? I got a phone call from a viewer in England who had a really interesting question, and I thought I'd bring it up for everybody to either discuss or just listen to. At the least, I'm going to try to answer the question. She knows people who have claimed to have had encounters with Jesus Christ, but she says, how does that interplay, react to the scriptures that say Satan masquerades as an angel of light, or that Satan would deceive the very elect if he could? Are these experiences authentic? In my understanding of the evidence, and in my own personal experience, if somebody claims to have had a supernatural experience with the Lord, and it leads them to a born-again experience, and it leads them to do what it says in Scripture, and it leads them to glorify God, I think they've got a very good claim to a supernatural experience. At least, who are any of us to discredit it at that point? However, there are many people who claim to have personal revelation, and they're told these kind of things that are just all over the place, that don't even necessarily have anything to do with the faith. Additional prophecy, things out that don't exist in Scripture. Those ones I'm generally skeptical of. This also falls into the doctrinal argument about cessationism versus continuationism with spiritual gifts. Do you believe that gifts of healing, touching, tongues, do you believe that ended at the apostolic period, or do you believe it still goes on today? I'm somebody who believes both and believes neither. I do believe that God gives certain people supernatural gifts, but they're not the people that are on TV with the televangelists selling that gift. They're people we've never heard of, never seen, and their lives end up changed, by an encounter with the Lord. I think also you see on, you could look up, testimony of former Muslim, testimony of former Jew. Often people will go digging and come to the net result that Jesus Christ is the Lord. Especially in recent years, there's been a lot of Muslims who ask and end up converted to Christianity. Now, for skeptics, come on, I know that obviously there are people in Christianity who convert to Islam. I'm not trying to say one happens more than the other. I'm simply pointing to the fact that it exists. So, that's how I feel about it. I think those experiences occur all the time. And that's really, they're kind of supposed to occur. That's the born-again experience. We have to be born of water, born of the Spirit. We're regenerated, then converted. In fact, there's a misnomer in our culture that you have to go to church to get saved. But that's not what the church was. In the New Testament, church was a collection of already saved believers. It was a place where all the people who had been saved went to fellowship. You didn't go there to get saved. So, to your question about does God interact with people this way? Well, yeah, how else would he interact with them? At the same time, you're right. There's a lot of deception out there. So regarding the deception, we could probably just recognize that God is in control, even with Satan controlling the world. That example is given to us in the book of Job. That example is given to us every time God sets a limitation on what Satan can do. Anyway, interesting topic. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And today I will be finishing up a video on the 5th Holy Land Crusade, introducing you to all the characters and laying the groundwork for the battles themselves. You can look for that later on, and I look forward to talking to you. Have a good one. Bye.